Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing quick review of this 14-inch solar floodlight for outdoor, of course, dusk to dawn with 300 watts power, of course waterproof, and it has a remote control and whopping 30,000 lumen light power with a modern style. And of course it's automatically working, and so the thing is automatically charging during the day with only about 6 to 8 hours of sun, and then it's providing light during the night between 18 and 20 hours. Of course it's not for one night, but of course when you have rain it can be very helpful when you have such a long brightness duration. So the big deal here is that it's not only very good quality light, but also a very flexible light. So we see already on the top here, it's very good quality solar panel with the aluminum around, nicely protected on top. And here in the back, water protected, we have the cable, and it's very, very long cable. So that's the big deal here, that you can place the solar panel almost in any place which can be very remote from the light. So we can place the solar panel, for example, outside and then use the light inside, or we use the solar panel in the sun and use then the light in the shade, or we face the solar panel to the south side to the sun and face the light to the north where we have a lot of shade. The panel itself is rated 30 watts, and so here we get the remote control, pretty much standard remote control. You get a lot of mounting material and a large bracket for the solar panel, while the bracket for the light is already attached to the light. And so here we can see the light from the back with the mounting bracket and the wire with the plug to attach to the solar panel. What's also really interesting and important to know for installation, you can remove this screw here, or actually the ones on both sides, so it's much easier to mount it. You can mount the bracket first and then after that install the light, which is much easier, and same thing also for the solar panel. And so here we have this beautiful light from the front, and that's absolutely amazing. One of the most beautiful lights, solar lights, which I've ever seen. What's also very convenient is this indication of 25, 50, 75, 100% charge. Very helpful. Still a lot of such powerful lights do not come with this charging indication, and we can already feel that it's very solid build, so it's not like plastic on top here, it's full solid glass, which helps to keep it in good condition for years. And then we get also these instructions manual which explains everything in detail, also the specs again, how to install, how to use it, and how we can use the remote control with the different options. So the light has quite a decent weight, so you have to be aware of that when you mount it, and this is especially because we have here also the large battery built into the light. And for the remote control we have to bring our own AAA batteries, standard AAA batteries, so absolutely no problem. And so we can activate the light here from the remote control. Here is the transmitter and here's the receiver, so you have to make sure that they have direct visible contact, at least more or less. And so we turn it on here with the on button, and you can see how bright this is. This is incredible. Better don't look straight into this light with your eyes. It's so bright, almost like the sun. And with the off, we can turn it off. Yeah, it was too bright, so I can't record that here inside. It's so super bright. But of course we have different brightness option here, maximum, minimum, and plus and minus brightness. We have the automatic setting, which is very interesting setting. So if you press the automatic button, it will start every night at dusk with full brightness and then steadily decrease the brightness towards the morning. And here we have the 3 hour, 5 hour or 8 hour setting, which means it will always start for this amount of time when it's getting darker, and then after this time it will turn off. So very flexible. So I'll put it outside and test it for a couple of days and then let you know how it has been performing. Once I've mounted now the light outside, and it works really well, absolutely as expected. It's really nice to have the solar panel and the light total separately flexible with a long cable. The only thing maybe to be aware if that the connection of the plugs is really close to the light, not close to the solar panel but close to the light, so it's not possible to put it like in the shade of the solar panel unless you have it super close. I would have preferred the connection a little bit closer to the solar panel so that we could protect the connection. But I mean, it's waterproof anyway, it's good quality, solid, so I think nothing to fear. Everything is really good. Also the brackets have surprised me. They looked a little bit thin at the beginning, but it looks like they are holding up nicely. They didn't bend at all except the part which I have mounted to the tree where it has to bend, so exactly how I wanted it, and so everything is holding up nicely, no wear and tear to see. And we really have rough weather with high heat, high humidity, lots of rain, and there's absolutely no wear and tear, no rust, no nothing. And so I'm here outside. You can see it's pretty much pitch dark, and so let's turn on this light here. And you can see how bright this is. This is absolutely amazing. It's illuminating the whole area here very, very bright. It's definitely exceeding my expectations for a 300 watts floodlight. And so we see the different brightness settings. So here we are on the brightest setting, which is super bright. It's actually too much here for this area. I mean, I could almost illuminate the whole soccer field. So I'm turning it a little bit down here with the remote control. And so you can see it has quite some different brightness settings, about 4 or 5 different brightness settings, which is amazing. With a lot of such floodlights, you have only a high and a low. And here we have a couple of different brightness settings, and especially the low brightness I really love, because it's still enough to illuminate the whole area, and because I have limited solar impact right below the tree, it can still illuminate the whole night with this setting. And so it's mounted here since about 2 weeks, and it's illuminating my driveway night after night after night after night. And here in the time lapse, as you can see, that the light has never stopped, not a single time before sunrise. And so I can definitely confirm that the solar panel and the light are both very powerful, and we have to be aware of that this solar panel gets only around 3 hours maximum of direct sunlight. So if you have it in a place where it gets more sun, it will shine even stronger and longer. But I'm really surprised, with only about 3 hours of direct sunlight, it's illuminating night after night after night. So I'm super impressed. And regarding brightness, it's definitely the most powerful 300 watts solar light which I've ever seen. And not only the light itself, but also the solar panel itself. I would say it's the most powerful solar panel for a 300 watts floodlight which I've ever seen. It's collecting so much power, so much sunlight, and converts it into electricity for the light. Absolutely amazing. So from my side, full recommendation. And so I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.